they can come out with a victory. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Blue Devils offense will get first crack at it today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Under fire. Look out, he's got room. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. The guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Got his man quickly.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. At midfield, he's got room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the option. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
On the ground, it's Fletcher. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to pass. It's back. Using the quick game. Turning. Got some room into the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, running back on the move. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Anthony. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Blue Devils just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Corner's going to give them room. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Blue Devils, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Fires and picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Beck. They're working that left side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Blue Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Anthony. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
Powers forward. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Duke.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Final play of the quarter coming. Dropping back, it's Beck. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's Johnson.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on 1st down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Beck. Grab near the marker, it's Johnson. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the 1st pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing Remember, behind Cam Ward, he's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
Wants to throw it. Quickly complete. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Canes are threatening in the red zone. From the gun on third down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they've taken the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wisconsin is currently trailing, but if this young star powers a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Allen Amici and Ron Dane among the greats to play in Madison. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Iowa. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And here comes the offense on second down. Trying the left side. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, cause direct. That had to be a blown assignment. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And the Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat. get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
To the air, it's back. Plucks it out of the air. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. Looking to the big tight end. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
He's got it. 1st down and more. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Inside the 35. He's loose. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, these corners going to give them some space. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's King. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Looking to throw on first down. Snags it over the middle. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds his man down the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock.
No gain on the play. Second down.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Duke! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Caught over the middle, it's Gilbert. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll open the second half on the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Making side adjustments here. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Takes a handoff. It's Fletcher. Turns it on in midfield. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Gets it out quickly. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The offense lining up for a first down play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Beck. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back